What's up, foodies? Today I'm going to show you how to make a saffron risotto. So let's get into it. Alright foodies, let's get started by placing a pan on medium-high heat. Make sure you grab a pan with high sides. Pour in 45 milliliters or 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Toss in a finely diced shallot here. You can use a red onion if you can't get your hands on a shallot. Now when I say finely diced here, I mean finely diced. You want to make sure your dice is fine enough that it melts into the risotto while it's cooking. Saute your onions for a few minutes, making sure you do not brown your onions. We're not looking for color here, we just want to sweat them off. Toss in 300 grams or 1.5 cups of a short grain rice. I'm using a boyo rice. Now, the reason for sauteing the rice is to give a nutty flavor and to coat the rice grains with oil, which will help give you a better texture in your finished risotto. Stir constantly for a few minutes, then toss in half a cup of your favorite dry white wine. Adding the white wine is going to add a lot of flavor and body to your risotto, so make sure you don't skip this step. Now stir until the wine is absorbed into the rice. Then you're going to add in 1 teaspoon of saffron. The saffron is going to give it a nice beautiful yellow color. Now the key to having a great risotto is to make sure you have a hot stock that's ready to go. The reason for using hot stock is to make sure everything stays hot while you're cooking. If you were to add cold stock to your risotto, it would stop the cooking process until it came back up to temperature. Pour in 1 to 2 ladles of stock to your pan at a time. Make sure you're constantly stirring your rice and scraping the sides to keep it from sticking and burning to the pan. This will also help the rice release the starches and thicken the risotto. I find using a spatula works best for this, but you could go ahead and use a wooden spoon as well. I'm using 5 cups of stock here, but the general rule is 3 to 1, 3 parts stock to 1 part rice. You might find that you need a little bit more, a little bit less to cook your risotto. I also like to generously season my stock so it absorbs into the rice while it's cooking. You will know when to add more stock to the pan, where you can drag your spatula across the bottom of the pan and it leaves a channel that slowly fills in. Add 2 more ladles and repeat this process until you used up all your stock or the rice is al dente and not crunchy. This process usually takes 20 to 25 minutes. When the rice is ready, it should be creamy and loose and not too dry. Toss in 1/3 of a cup or 60 grams of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Mix that in and then finish the risotto with 2 tablespoons of butter and stir it in. Doing this is going to give a nice velvety richness to your risotto. Season for salt. Plate it up and give the plate a little shake to help spread out the risotto. Now top that with some fresh cracked pepper and a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Alright foodies, risotto. Such an easy dish. Super simple to prepare. It's not a very expensive dish, but you'll pay a fortune for this in a restaurant, a fine dining restaurant. You can make this at home for pretty cheap. Risotto is one of my favorite things, so let's dig into it. Look at that, ooey gooey deliciousness. Oh. Wow. By far, risotto is one of my favorite rice dishes. Super simple to make, tastes delicious, creamy, velvety, just goodness in your mouth. Make sure you give this recipe a try. Give a thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe down below. It really helps out the channel. And until next time, foodie out.